So now let's get ready to talk about my favorite songs from the 90s era of good old Alabama. Big Days Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to y'all as the Big D, with the second part of my favorite songs of Alabama ranking. This time it's the songs from the 90s. Well, they had some success in the 90s, even though they were facing more competition of new bands coming up during that time, like Diamond Rio and Lone Star, the Mavericks, Confederate Railroad. Oh wow, the list could go on. But anyway, Alabama still managed to get through, about all of the 90s going to the end of the 20th century. Anyway, I have ranked 20 of my favorite songs of theirs from the 90s. Now, this will all only be their singles. Now, before I go into this ranking, I'm going to give some honorable mentions to, let's see, what else can I, well, some honorable mentions I will give will be The Cheap Seats, Dancing Shaggy on the Boulevard, and Keeping Up. So, if you are ready, kick back, relax, and here we go. Number 20 is How Do You Fall in Love? Released as the first of three new songs on their number ones compilation for the record, which would later get re-released as The Essential Alabama. This song would go on to be the band's last number one hit overall, reaching the top of the radio and records chart, even though it came in second on Billboard. Anyway, yep, it's another one of those beautiful ballads that they had coming up and what have you. Now, the song was written by their frontman Randy Owen along with their bassist Tay Gentry and Greg Fowler. Anyway, the song did pretty well, and it's not that bad of a love song. I thought it was pretty good when I heard it a long time ago. I don't get to hear it much anymore, though. Number 19 is God Must Have Spent a Little More Time on You. Released as the first single from 1999's 20th Century, this would be the band's last top 10 hit. The song reached number 3 on the Billboard chart. Can't remember where it went in real records. Probably went to the same spot. This song I thought was pretty good, actually. But unknown to me, the original act, which of course was the overrated NSYNC, somehow did backing vocals, unknown to me. Again, don't mean it sound like a broken record. But I was not aware of that because I was sick of that act, and they were just way down. Those Backstreet Boys were way, 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 way overrated. Sorry, people, I got carried away. But Alabama's version, I didn't even notice it was them, so the heck with their version's real good. So don't hate me for that, though. Number 18 is In Pictures. Released as the second single from the album of the same name in 1995, this song I'm gonna say was pretty good. Now, though the previous year the song was originally recorded by Linda Davis for her album Shoot for the Moon. However, Alabama recorded the song and was released in September 1995 as the second single and title track from that album. The song reached number 4 in the Billboard chart and went to number 1 in Real Records. Now, of course, the song tells the story of a divorced father, which the song implies that the mother has full custody of his daughter. Apparently, has very little, if any, visitation rights, and thus is forced to watch his daughter grow up via photographs. Yeah, I have to say, this is a very well, touching song and what have you. A real powerful ballad. Enough said. Number 17 is We Can't Love Like This Anymore. Releases the first of two new songs from the band's third greatest hits album in 1994, known as Greatest Hits Volume 3. The song did fare for him, reaching number 6 on the Billboard chart. Of course, this was another bit of a love ballad for them. I've managed to get to hear this song again on a new classic country station I've had for the last couple of years. I'm glad to have gotten to hear it again. It's not too bad. Number 16 is TLCASAP. That's a mouthful, with just letters, of course. Released as the second single from 1993's Cheap Seats, written by Gary Baker and Frank J. Myers, who the following year would release their actual own album as the duo Baker and Myers. This song did fairly well for the band. The song reached number 7. I couldn't have much memories of hearing this song until I heard it on the classic country station I was telling you about. And I'm gonna say it's not bad of a song. Well, it wasn't really one of their biggest hits though, but still, I feel this is kind of an underrated tune for them. Yeah. Number 15 is The Maker Said Take Her. Releases the fifth and final single from In Pictures, and this came out in 1996. The song managed to redeem the band after the last two singles didn't quite do so well. The third single, It Works, did make the top 20, but it became their first song in the last couple of years not to reach the top 10, unfortunately. And the single before that, Say I, fared even worse, only barely making a dent in the top 40. Anyway, the song reached number 4, but still, this was a good song, and I really liked it. Written by Ronnie Rogers and Mark Wright, this is a pretty good song. And I can't say much about it, but I do know it's real good. Although I rarely get to hear this song a lot, but hey, I still think it's a good one. Number 14 is She Ain't Your Ordinary Girl, also from In Pictures. Now, this was released at the first single. Now, the song did go to number 1 in the Railway Records chart, and it also went to number 1 in Canada. Unfortunately, it just missed the top of the Billboard Country chart. Now, the song was written by Robert Jason. And well, I have to say, it really is pretty good. Now, someone at Billboard says that this song doesn't seem to be on the level of some of the band's previous singles. I guess I can't argue with that. But anyway, the song went to number 2, losing to Jeff Carson's Not On Your Love, which of course I was hooked on that song big time. What am I doing? I'm doing it backwards. Number 13 is Sad Looking Moon. Released as the first single from Dancing on the Boulevard, this song here, oh, it's not too bad. Written by Randy Owen along with Tay Gentry and Greg Fowler. The song may have reached number 2 on the Billboard chart, but went to number 1 in Canada and on the Railway Records chart. Now, according to this, the narrator of the song thought that his ex-lover would be always his and that she would never leave. However, she left him, and now a sad-looking moon shines down on him as he is feeling sad. I am going to say this is a pretty good tune and easily manages to redeem a little bit of the good flavor of their tunage from long ago or what we've heard recently. But hey, that's just my point of view. Number 12 is Then Again. Released as the first single from their Greatest Hits Volume 2 compilation album in 1991. This song was actually one of the three songs featured on them. We'll see. Well, another one's on here. Of course, the B side to this was the other one of the other new songs from there called "Hats Off," but that wasn't released as a single though. But then again, I'm gonna no pun intended. I have to say this was a great, amazing powerhouse ballad in Miami or love song or whatever it is. I'm sorry, but anyway, then again, after I heard this for the first time for the record compilation, it went to number one in radio and records, I believe. This song is just so amazing. Anyway, it was written by Jeff Silbar and Rick Bowles. I will say that then again is definitely a pretty good song. Probably one of Alabama's more underrated tunes though, but overall, not bad. It was also their last single to cross over into the adult contemporary chart, though it didn't do as well as some of the others. It would be their second song to do minor success aside from Since There's No Way, as the song reached number 33. Number 11 is Hometown Honeymoon. Released as the final single from 1992's American Pride. Of course, this was released in early 93. The song reached number 3 on Billboard and number 1 on radio and records. I have to say that this song was kind of a good catchy tune. Josh Leo and Jim Folaglo's songwriting was pretty good. Well, some guy wanted to take his gal and get married in their hometown and have a little bit of a hometown honeymoon, which that's really good. Yeah, just slipping away from their families. That's pretty cool, though. I really think it's pretty much of a good tune. Number 10 is Here We Are. Released as the final single from 1990's Pass It On Down, this, however, was released in mid 1991. Now, this song was written by Vince Gill and Beth Nielsen Chapman. Yeah, that's right. I didn't know this was his doing. Old Vinny boy. Of course, this was before he even really became an even bigger star. He was having a bit of factual success, even when he was actually at one time label mates with the guys from Alabama on RCA. But I will say, I have to say it's a good little rocking, got a little bit of a good country sound with a little rocking sound to it. And it's definitely up there with one of the many great songs of Alabama's that really does rock. Number 9 is Once Upon a Lifetime. Released as the third single from American Pride, this is another song that reached number 3 in the Billboard and number 1 in radio records. Written by Gary Baker and Frank J. Myers, I will say the lyrics to this song is so good. This is a very good song. I mean, not much to say, but I can tell you that it is a great, powerful song. But sorry, I just can't get the right words to come out. But I've heard this several times, and it's a great, powerful ballad. It's a good song. Yeah. Number 8 is Give Me One More Shot. Releases the second new song from Greatest Hits Volume 3 in 94. This song kind of fared much better than its predecessor, We Can't Love Like This Anymore. Now, of course, according to the song, its narrator wants another shot and one more day as he struggles through life, including the taxes. The tune was written by Randy Owen and Teddy Gentry, along with Ronnie Rogers. The song reached number 3 in Billboard and number 1 in Radio Records. This is a pretty good rockin' tune and what have you. I mean, this is a mid-tempo number, and it's got an upbeat, one day at a time message, according to this report at Billboard. I mean, this reviewer. Yep, I have to agree. This song is definitely good. I just thought it was awesome. Number 7 is Forever's As Far As I'll Go. Released as the third single from Pass It On Down. This would be another big success for them on the adult contemporary chart as well. The song reached number 15 and reached the number 1 on the Billboard chart. Yeah, this was another kind of a bit of a love song ballad and what have you. This, of course, would be the band's 29th overall number 1 hit. I don't know why. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, it was 29th for them, well, 100% in Billboard, actually. So, my mistake. Yeah, I think this is a very good song. Very a few times. It's pretty good. Number 6 is Take a Little Trip. Releases the first single from American Pride, written by Ronnie Rogers and Mark Wright. I feel this is kind of an underrated tune. I did hear this when it came out long ago, but, well, for years I had never gotten a chance to hear it again. But however, soon the new classic country station I started liking started playing it a few times and brought back the power of this song. I gotta say, it has a very good sound to it and an assertive beat and what have you. I just gotta say, I really love it, and I just say, and I always like it when it says, "Take a little trip up to heaven tonight." Yeah, I think it's a great song. I feel like that's kind of more of one of the band's underrated tunes because you just don't get to hear that so much. But I've recently got to revisit that a few times, and I'm glad. I love that song. Now for the top 5. Number 5 is Born Country. Released as the second single from Greatest Hits Volume 2, this song reached number 2 on Billboard and number 1 in Rewind Records. Yeah, as in Billboard, it reached number 2 in Billboard, losing to Alan Jackson's Dallas. Even so, the song, which was written by Byron Hill and John Shewers, is still very good. However, the song did win an ASCAP award for being among the most performed country songs of '92, as a matter of fact. Anyway, the song is a mid-tempo tune in which the narrator expresses his pride for the country, and yes, I have to agree with that. It was just so good. Because I liked how the lyrics, the chorus goes, the last bit of the chorus goes, "I was born country, and this country's what I love." You can't go wrong with that. Number 4 is Reckless. Released as the first single from Cheap Seats, the song would be their last song to top the Billboard Country Singles chart, but they continue to have number 1s on Radio Records. However, after this topped the chart, they would never be on top of it again until they reached the top by doing the guest vocals on Brad Paisley's hit "Old Alabama." Reckless, I'm going to say, is really good. Now, the song's narrator wants to take his lover in his Thunderbird and wants for him and her to forget and care less about their current lives and live and love recklessly. After all, they say love is reckless, so let's get reckless tonight. As the tune was written by Michael Clark and Jeff Stevens. Pretty good song. Number 3 is Down Home. Released as the 4th single from Pass It On Down. This song, I'm going to say, is another good song, written by Rick Bowles and Josh Leo. The song is about the narrator telling the story of his childhood growing up in a rural area or a small town. Now, that I'm going to say is really good. The song continues by paying homage to the generally tight-knit social integrity of such rural developments. Yeah, you don't know if you've heard this song. I'm going to say it's a very good tune. And it's just one of a few greats. Number 2 is I'm in a Hurry and Don't Know Why. Released as the 2nd single from American Pride and written by Roger Murrah and Randy Van Warmer. This song would easily be another big hit on the Billboard chart for them and Raylan Records as well. The song is an up-tempo tune in which the narrator discusses the rather fast pace of the current society. He states that he is always in a hurry but has no explanation as to why he is rushing. Yes, I really like this song. So, yeah, as of course there's I rush until life's no fun. All I really gotta do is live and die, but I'm in a hurry and don't know why. Definitely one of my favorites of Alabama's. I absolutely do love this song. Number 1 is Jukebox in My Mind. Released as the 2nd single from Pass It On Down and written by Dave Gibson and Ronnie Rogers, this song easily remains one of Alabama's most successful hits. In other words, their biggest hit. This song spent a whole month on top of the Billboard Country chart. And it also topped the chart in Canada, possibly also in radio and records as well. I'm going to say I really do like this song. I mean, about the songs that keeps playing on this guy's mind, driving him insane and what have you. But in the corners of the nightstands, jukebox, as the song goes, it's playing all his favorite memories. Yeah, take him back to the days when his lover was his. Can't stop it. I like the actual sound. Now, only in the single version, I only get to hear the second time this goes. But when I listen to the Greatest Hits Volume 3 tape, I actually get to hear a quarter or a dime go into an actual jukebox, and we hear the little machine with the records going around until the record puts it on. The record gets put on the turntable, we hear the needle going. That's when it goes. And then we hear again right about the ending, which that's one of my favorite bits of this song. I absolutely loved Jukebox in My Mind. I have to say, this was a song I kind of missed out, but when I returned to the country music scene in the mid 90s, I got to hear it for the first time, and I was impressed with it. Anyway, that's why Jukebox in My Mind is my number 1 favorite of Alabama's 90s hits. After 1999, they never did have another top 10 or another number 1 again. But even so, Alabama still remains one of my absolute favorite country bands to this day. So, what did you think of this ranking? What's your favorite Alabama 90s tune? Please tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you my next Saturday morning TV log of the Fonz and the Happy Days gang, as well as a TV log of the 60s sitcom known as I Dream of Jeannie. Thank you very much for watching, and if you like this, check out these other videos and what have you in the upper. Now, if you want to catch what you might have missed, go to the upper left-hand corner for my Alabama 80s songs ranking. Yeah, or if you want real some real good country and what have you, see my review of Walk the Line, the story of Johnny Cash, plus a ranking of my favorite Johnny Cash songs in the upper right hand corner. And as a bonus, I'm trying to get y'all to try to watch these since that and this have only one views. See my TV log of the 60s Western War satire F Troop in the bottom left hand corner. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. And I'm happy to report I've made it to 250 subscribers. Thank you very much. Expect a Q&A announcement to come up sometime next month. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.